Zach from Total Package Speed, Strength, and Conditioning. And today I'm bringing you another mobility session. And we're actually going to start with something kind of fun today. We're going to do a postural reset. So what I want you to do is I want you to find a wall, and all we're going to do here is bring our heels up to the wall and then just stand up. So you don't have to like exaggerate it and stand up super straight. Just stand up to whatever position your body wants to go to right now. And then once you're in this position, just take note how far away your head is from the wall. So for me, I've got like probably 2 or 3 inches from the back of my head to the wall. And look down and just look at your arms. And notice if your arms are like rotated in or if they're rotated out. And just kind of take a mental picture of how this feels. We're gonna do a little reset here. So this is a little unorthodox, but it actually feels really, really good after we're done doing it. So watch this. I'm just gonna lay down on my back. I'm gonna take my arm and my leg, and I'm gonna try to reach towards that opposite wall. So I'm lifting them up, and I'm just reaching until I reach that tipping point, and I just kind of fall down. And then I'll do the opposite. I'm gonna look to where I wanna go. I rotate my head this way. I lift my arm and my leg up. I reach over, until I hit that tipping point, and I just collapse and fall. So come on down, give this a try with me. We're gonna do this 3 times. So we're reaching up, reach to the wall, look to where you wanna go, and then just collapse once you reach that tipping point. Look the other way, reach with the arm, reach with the leg, and down. So when we're doing this, try your best not to push off the floor or just use momentum, okay? Really focus on using your limbs to reach. You want the weight of your limbs to pull you over. One more time. Reach, and collapse. Rotate the head, look to where you want to go, reach the other way. Okay, so let's do the same thing on the other side now. So now I'm going to reach with my left arm and left leg. I look to where I want to go, I reach, and then I'm just letting the weight of my limbs pull me. And just be really honest with yourself on this one. Make sure that you're not pushing off the ground or just using your momentum. It's all coming from this weight of your limbs. Okay, one more time. All right, after you've done that last one, let's take our hands off the floor, get back to your feet without using your hands. And then right from there, we're gonna go back to the wall and we're gonna retest to see if that made any difference with our posture. So heels against the wall, standing up, and it's gonna feel pretty cool. Like you'll stand up and then it feels like I'm like just falling into the wall. So now my head touches the wall super easy. And if you look down at your arms, if you weren't rotated in, you'll probably feel a little bit more rotated out in the shoulders. Cool, so that's just a nice little postural reset. If you've been sitting at a computer a lot or you've been sitting at a desk, this is just a nice way just to reset that posture. All right, come on back down to the floor. Now we're gonna work on a superset. So we're gonna do 2 different movements for 2 rounds. So first one, we're gonna set up in a quadruped position. So we're on hands and knees. And then I'm gonna rotate one arm through. So I'm threading the needle here, dropping my shoulder down to the mat. And then I'm gonna come back up. And then with this arm, I'm gonna rotate it in. And then touch my shoulder down to the mat. And then to finish this position, I'm gonna swivel this arm on my elbow back to the starting point. So I'm threading the needle, touching my shoulder down, coming out of that position, rotating all the way in, dropping the shoulder down to the floor, and then I'm swiveling on the elbow back to the starting point. We're gonna do 5 of these on each side. Drop the elbow, rotate all the way from the wrist to the shoulder, touch it down, and then rotate back in on that elbow. 2 more times. Really nice way to warm up your upper back and your shoulders. All right, now let's do 5 on the other side. Thread the needle, drop the shoulder down, rotate the whole arm in, touch the shoulder down again, and then rotate on that elbow back to the starting point. Let's do 4 more of those. Two more. The last one here. Thread the needle, rotate that shoulder in, touch the shoulder, and then pivot on the elbow. Sweet. All right, let's come up. Second exercise is called a Russian baby maker. So it's going to be working on our squat mobility as well as the flexibility on the inside of our thighs. So take a squat stance, come down to the bottom of your squat, wherever that is for you, and then we're going to take our elbows, push our knees out, keep the chest up, let the knees come back in, and then stand up. We're going to do 10 of these. Down to the bottom, push the knees out, then stand up. And every time you come down to the bottom of this squat, make sure your chest isn't dropping. Keep that chest up. So we just worked on improving our posture. Now we want to reinforce that with these exercises that we're doing. Good. 5 down, 5 to go. You'll probably notice after you've done a bunch of these, the knees will start going farther and farther apart. 2 more. Last one. Sweet. Give the legs a little shake out. And then we're going to do one more round of both of those movements. So come back down to our quadruped position. And we will begin. So 5 reps. Thread the needle. Rotate the shoulder inward. Drop the shoulder down. And then pivot on that elbow. You'll probably feel that your back is going to rotate a little bit smoother this time around, and that rotation inward on the shoulder will feel a little bit smoother. One more, and then we're switching. All right, 5 down, then we'll go 5 on the other side. Thread the needle. Rotate the shoulder inward, touch the shoulder down, and then rotate on that elbow. Two more. Bada boom. All right, 5 down. Let's come back up to our feet. Now we've got 10 more of those Russian baby makers. So sit on down. This time, see if you can get a little bit more leverage. So if you had your palms together this way, now try to go knuckles together. Okay, so we're just gonna get a little bit more leverage to push the knees apart. Again, try to keep that chest up at the bottom. Keep that nice posture that we worked on earlier. Good. 6 down. Let's get 4 more. Last one coming up. Oh, there we go. Shake it out. Good, we'll come back down to our mat here. Now we're gonna work on a longer stretch. So we're gonna be stretching out the glutes and the hip capsule back in here. So come on down. This is called the Bretzel stretch. And the way it's gonna work is we'll start lying on our backs. I'm going to take one leg, I'm going to cross it over. This is the side that I'm going to be stretching. From here I'm going to hold on to my ankle, I'm gonna let this foot drop down to the floor, and if you can, you're gonna try to grab onto either your pants, your ankle, your toes, your foot, whatever you can, and then bring both shoulders to the floor. And then this will be the stretch. If you can't hold on to your foot or your ankle, don't worry about it. Just let that chill for now, and just bring your shoulder down to the floor anyway. And you'll feel this nice stretch on the side of your hip. All right, we got 2 minutes on the clock. For these 2 minutes, we're just gonna chill out, we're gonna relax, and we're gonna focus on the breathing that we've been working in prior classes. So every time we inhale, I'm trying to expand my ribs out horizontally. And then whenever I exhale, I'm trying to bring my ribs in as much as I can. Okay, so the name of the game here is to try to get as much movement at the ribs as you can during this stretch. Big inhale through the nose. Long, slow exhales through your mouth. So if you can do like a 3 or 4 second inhale and a 6 to 8 second exhale, then you know that you're doing a good job on this one. One minute down, 1 minute left on the stretch. All right, let's take 2 more big breaths each here. Nice, slow, long breaths. One more. Sweet, all right. So let's switch positions without using our hands. So we'll unpretzel ourselves, take the opposite leg, cross it over. I'm holding on to this ankle down. I let this foot drop down to the mat. And then if you can, you're reaching for your pants or your foot, toes. And then from there, trying to get both shoulders and the back of your head on the floor. Okay, so this is the final thing you want to reach for is the foot, okay? So say if you're reaching your foot but you're up like this, then you're not going to get as much out of it as if you just let the foot go where it wants to for now, and then rotate the shoulders back. Here we go. Let's focus on the breathing now. We've got 1:45 left. And in this position, you can also play around with this leg here. If you push the knee out a little bit, you might feel a bigger stretch on the side of the leg. If you bring the knee in, you might feel it more on the glute. So just feel free to play around with the position of your leg. Kind of freestyle and see what feels the best. About 1 minute left here. Just breathing and relaxing. It's the only thing you have to focus on right now. One thing that kind of sounds funny, but it does actually help is every time you exhale, think about just like the tension melting away to wherever you're feeling the stretch. So for me, it's like right here is where I feel it the most. So every time I exhale, I'm just like picturing, visualizing this area just kind of like melting, relaxing. It actually does work pretty well. All right, one more big breath.
hands off. Wow. Give the legs a little shake out. Let's actually do a few reps of these. So we're gonna go egg beaters. So I'm bringing my knees up. I'm gonna flex my ankle. So I'm trying to point my toes towards me. I'm gonna rotate my legs outwards. So kind of like if you've ever swam before, done any swimming lessons, it's an egg beater like you do treading water. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse, so egg beater to the inside. 8, 9, 10. Reverse again. 3, 2, 1. One more time to the inside. 1, 2. And 3, 2, 1. Go. Shake the legs out. So from here, no hands. Sit on back up. And we're going to work on one more superset. So we're going to combine 2 more exercises together. First one is going to be it's going to be to improve the shoulder stabilization that you have. And we're going to be working primarily on the shoulder blades. So try this with me. Bring your arms up, completely lock your elbows out. Throughout this whole exercise, you don't never want the elbows to bend. We want all the motion coming from back here on the shoulder blades. So check this out. Try just to squeeze your shoulder blades back, keeping the arms straight, and then spread them apart. Squeeze them back, spread them apart. It sounds super easy, but when you start to do this, it might feel like you don't have any control over your shoulder blades. It's not really an area of the body that we work on very much. 2 more times. Spread, squeeze, spread, squeeze. Cool. Shake them out. Now we're going to do the same movement, but we're going to load it up. So we're going to add a little resistance to this squeeze and spread motion. So we're going to start just on the knees here. So start in whatever push-up position you would normally come down to. And then again, elbows are locked. One thing that'll help here is try to get the pit of your elbow in here to rotate forward. So it'll look like this. If they're rotated forward, then you know that they're straight. Okay, and then from here, that's the exact same thing we just did. So we're just gonna squeeze our shoulder blades together and try to spread them apart. Squeeze and spread. Keeping those elbows locked straight. Five down. We're gonna go 15 of these. And try to, as you do this, if you can see yourself in a mirror or on a camera, when you go to spread the shoulder blades, try not to like round the whole back. See if you can just move the shoulder blades forward. So the difference is like this. This is me doing just shoulder blades, and then this is me rounding my back. You probably see the difference. 2 more. Cool. All right, come off the floor, shake the hands out. Second one, we're gonna pair that up with our bootstrappers. So again, we're gonna be working on the squat mobility here, and this time we're gonna tie in the hamstrings instead of the inside of the legs. So get your squat stance, come all the way down to the lowest point that you can. Bum is as close to the floor as you can get it. Chest is as high up as you can go. And then from here, I'm gonna hold on to some part of my leg. So it could be like just below your knees, it could be your shins, it could be your ankles. If you're more flexible in your hamstrings, you can hold on to your toes, or you can put the hands on the floor. And then what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna push my hips up, straighten my legs out. I'm trying to completely lock these knees out as I bring my chest down at the floor. And then we're gonna reverse it. Hips come down and the chest comes up. Okay, let's do it again. Push the hips up, stretch out the hamstrings, knees are locked out straight. And then we come back down and bring our chest up as high as we can. We're gonna do 15 of these suckers. And then if you want, you can also sync your breath up with this one. You can inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Okay, let's all get 5 more of these. Two more. And there we go. Let's come all the way up. Give our legs a little shake outs. And then we're gonna do one more set. These are called scap push-ups. And the second exercise is called bootstrappers. So come on back down on the floor. So if you found this very easy, this from the knee position, you can keep your elbows locked out and you had good range of motion. The next step up is going to be doing it from a full push-up position. So right from the toes, doing the same thing. But just be careful on this. If you go to your toes and you start bending the elbows, then that's a little bit too advanced, okay? So pick your progression. We're gonna go 15 reps again. Squeezing the shoulder blades and then pushing your hands through the floor to spread them apart. Ten down, 5 to go. $14, $15. Cool. Take your hands off, give them a little shake out. Now we'll finish our class today. One more set of these bootstrappers. So second time around, now that your hamstrings are more warmed up, try to hold on to something a little bit lower on the leg. So if you're at your shins last time, maybe come down to your ankles. If you're at your ankles, maybe try your toes. Just try to push yourself to go a little bit deeper. And here we go, 15 times. Hips go up, legs go straight. Hips go down, chest comes up. Feel free to sync that breath up with your movement too. Inhale up. Exhale down. Five down, 10 more. And if you feel like things are opening up, you don't have to stay in the same spot the whole time with the hands. You can keep on going lower, even during mid-set. Okay, let's get 5 more. Two, last one coming up. Here, let's hang out in this last position for a few seconds. Just take a big breath. As you exhale, see if you can relax down a little bit closer to the mat. If you can already reach the mat easy, then try to start walking your hands behind you. 2 more big breaths. Cool, come back down to your squat and let's take a couple big breaths from here. 1 more. Sweet. You guys can come back up, shake everything out, give you a virtual high five. And we are all done for today. So thanks a lot for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed the class. I enjoyed teaching it, and I'll see you soon.